I recently was in Bangkok and I got to see a restaurant called Cabbages and Condoms, and that is of course where I drew my inspiration to today's meal that we're about to throw down. There'll be no condoms on the show, however, there'll be plenty of cabbages that are actually very good for the vagina. Welcome to yet another episode of Miss Mandi Throwdown. I meet a lot of people who always say, oh my god, the cabbage is too bland, I don't know how long to cook it for, or how should I saute them? Well, in this episode of Miss Mandi Throwdown, I'm going to show you a really simple and easy way to spice up your cabbages, and it won't even take more than 10 minutes, and you're absolutely going to love them. We're going to start things off by heating up a pan. I'm going to be using this olive oil that has lemon in it. It turns out to be very fantastic on the cabbage. So we're going to drizzle like about a tablespoon. Just make sure it gets a little bit hot before we throw in our onions. And we're going to be cooking things on slightly medium-low heat. Once the oil is hot, we're going to be adding in half an onion that we have sliced up. Now the oil smells so beautiful as it cooks up everything. I'm just going to go ahead and add in just a little bit more olive oil. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of sea salt into the onions. And then we're going to add in our half a teaspoon of ginger, crushed ginger, and just let that infuse with the onions as you toss everything together. We've been cooking the onions for about a minute. Then we're going to go ahead and add in half a teaspoon of our tomato paste to just give it a little bit of color. Already everything smells so beautiful. Then once you've added that in, we're going to be adding in another little squirt of tomato paste. Add in your finely diced garlic clove, which is just one. Stir everything in, and then proceed to add in your cabbages. I'm going to sprinkle in some black pepper. About half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 Maggi cube, and sprinkle it around for flavor. And then we're just gonna let everything cook down in order for all the flavors to infuse together. It's been 2 minutes now. We're gonna add in the rest of our tomato paste and then stir everything together. And it smells so beautiful. Just make sure everything is stirred in so well together. Now, of course, for my favorite part, we're gonna taste. I'm going to add in a little bit more salt and just a little bit more ginger as well, but everything already tastes so beautiful together. At this point, you can turn down the heat to completely low. Just toss everything together so it can marry beautifully. I like my veggies with a little bit of a crunch. There's never nothing like too much Maggi cubes, so I'm gonna be adding one more and then just let that cook in for about 30 seconds before I toss everything together. And it's time to serve. Literally, that took about, 6 minutes at most? Including prep, it's probably gonna take you 10 minutes. And this is such a fantastic way to absolutely whip up your cabbages. I do wanna say that a lot of people keep saying that I use a lot of spices. You have a basic palate, I don't. Not in a bad way, I'm just trying to enhance your palate. And with that being said, please infuse ginger into, of course, your cabbages. Use different kinds of oils to see what flavors it will actually bring out in the food. And to top it off, just make sure you're always experimenting. That's why I'm the Throwdown Queen. I throw down with so many different things. Anyway, enough about that. On to my favorite part. I'm about to dig in, but what I need you to do is, of course, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this with somebody who needs a new form of way to throw down some cabbage. On to my favorite part.